Any traits in Pakistani culture that you feel that people should maintain in the West? Either it could be like personal, interpersonal lives or professional lives that you feel are really important because like we're working, so then you lose your connection with Pakistan or maybe in the future. But what are some of the key ones that you want to maintain as you progress here in Canada?
I would say personal ties, right?
Yeah.
We put a lot of emphasis on that. You sometimes to a toxic extent back home.
Yeah.
But once people get here, they quickly realize that the old connections and social rules don't apply.
Yeah.
So either you've got to make the effort to develop networks, and you've got to find different groups of people for different friend groups for different things, different professional associations you're part of. You've got to know a lot of different people for different things, because these things, you don't think about them when you're back home, right? You have work friends and you have family friends and you have relatives. But once you get here, you have to plan out your social groups. You have to plan out your connections. And that's why a lot of people they say, when they come back to Pakistan, they say, oh, there's no one to talk to and it's very isolated. Everyone cares for themselves. It's not going to be like it was back home, because it was on autopilot back home. You were in your environment.
Mhm. Yeah.
When you're moving there, as I said before, start reaching out to people 6 months in advance to get to know how it's like over there. And so that way, when you get here, you will have a network. Right. So I reached out to a lot of old friends who had moved to Canada long before I got here.
Yeah.
And that's how I had friends and everything when I got here. And I never felt away from home. That sort of